today we planned on going and seeing some yard sales, and we went to a good yard sale today that once we got there, it seemed like there was a lot of antique bottles and antique little trinkets and a lot of nice stuff. We got there, and the guy that was doing the yard sale, he was doing it because his dad had passed away and his mom was moving. So they had to get rid of some of their inventory. They had quite a bit because they were both hoarders, is what he told me. Anyway, he said that if we put a bunch together of whatever we wanted, he would make us a bundle deal. So we thought it would be really nice to commemorate his dad and him and his mom and show some of the stuff that we found. He actually gave us a great deal, and after everything was said and done, he charged us 60 bucks. For everything we got, I think we did really well. So now we're going to go ahead and head over to the barrel that we put all of our stuff in that we got today. We don't know a lot about the bottles, but we are going to read what they say on the bottles, and we're going to lay them out, and we are going to look up the information on the internet, and you know, hopefully we can get some good ideas of how old they are, and then at the end of our video, you should be able to be the judge to see if we got a good deal for 60. No matter what, I think it's a great deal for 60 bucks. That's an amazing deal. You can go anywhere to any yard sale, antique store, anywhere, and they won't give you that good of a deal for anything that you get. Everything at another place, antique store, yard sale, anywhere, most of the time, everything that you're trying to get and you see today is going to be way overpriced. This was not one of those days. Let's go see what we found. So we're actually going to go ahead and open this barrel. This is one of two of the barrels. Here's the second one right here. He gave them to us for free. Very nice guy. Very likable. If we could have, we would have bought more bottles, but we got some really good ones today. So we're going to go ahead and open these barrels. That one's empty, this one's not. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. Just a minute, folks. I'm trying to get it off the barrel. There we go. Alright. Okay, what first? Did we have stuff in? Not all of it, right? No. The first thing is not a bottle, but like I said, they had trinkets and little toys and all kinds of different stuff that we liked. This guy, I'm not sure about anything of it. Just know that it's a little clown. It's from Japan, and this is just one of the things. Here's another one. It looks like a goose or some kind of bird. Anyway, it's from Japan also, and I'm going to kind of skip through this stuff. You know, I'll show you what they are, but I'm going to kind of go quick because the lighting is going away. Here's another one. This one's actually the oldest one that we got today of these. This one's actually made in occupied Japan. This one here is like the Victorian style. It does have Japan somewhere, but because it's so grimy on the bottom, it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, she's really, really cool. Oops. Put those back on there. Then we got this little, like I guess it's a lassie dog. Mm-hmm. Not exactly sure, but anyway, it's also Japan, and this is one of the favorite kinds that I like because it's actually in the porcelain. It says Japan right there.
You can talk if you want, it doesn't matter. I can cut it out.
So I just pulled out this. It's a giraffe. I actually got it for my own self, my own collection. I'm actually a collector of giraffe anything. I like stuffed animals, porcelain. I like Wade Englands. I even got a tattoo. Anyway, I love giraffes, and I got this one. It's made by Wade, England. This one, which I've never seen this size of anything, but this is also Wade England, and this one I just got for my collection. So we picked out this because we're actually collectors of small little teeny tiny bottles, and this one actually came with its original lid, which makes it amazing. Then I bought this marble. We bought this marble, and it is colored with massive colors. I believe they call these shooter marbles because it's so big. Don't quote me on it because I don't know how big they're supposed to be, but it's bigger than a normal marble. Then Jose picked this out of some of the stuff that they had found. This is a stopper, and it's the first one I've actually seen with the round thing on the top. I've seen different kinds, but I've never seen the round on the top, which is a really cool stopper for a bottle, which I will be using for a bottle. Alright. Get some of these paper out of here, and then we'll start with the first one that's coming out. We got this bottle, and it's actually an amethyst color, like a purple. This right here is Mustard, Defane, Lewitt, Fress and Company. We'll have to look up the names. I don't know if that's said the right way or not, but it's purple. It was mustard, which is amazing. It's one of the reasons I picked it, because it's the first one I've ever seen. I've seen purple bottles like this, but never one that actually had embossing. We also got this one, which was one of our favorite ones because Jose pulled this, or the guy, his name was Tracy, and he actually pulled this out. It's actually an apothecary bottle, and it's for Listerine. It's the first one that we've actually ever seen this size. We've seen some smaller one when we were at the coast. You can watch one of our videos that's for the pharmacy. But anyway, we've seen a smaller one, but not one this size, and with the embossing like this on the actual, on a label, but glass over the top.
You can see that the glass is underneath the, that means it's embedded.
Yeah, the label is underneath the glass. If you look right here, it's kind of chipped a little bit, but the paper is right there, so it's right underneath there. This one, Jose had actually stuck down in the bottom of the mustard, and I pulled it out, and there's actually 3 bottles in here. But the first one right here is this small one that's actually embossed, and pardon my way of trying to read stuff, but sometimes I can't read what they say, so we'll try to fix that later. It says Marine Eye Remedy, Chicago, USA.
It's a medicine bottle.
That's a medicine bottle. That's amazing. Look how small it is. It's one of my smaller ones that I've found, or gotten. If we don't go a little quicker, we're going to lose the light. What are these supposed to be for again?
The guy told us that those bottles, they were used for opium. And they were being used back in the day. I think there was a lot of Chinese people working in California. I don't know what they were doing, but the guy told me the information that these bottles contain the opium these people were getting. this kind of bottle, we never seen them before. You can see that they're old because they have some bubbles.
Quite a few bubbles in there.
Yes, you can tell. And the necks of the bottle, the little tiny bottles, are broken because, well, I think the opium was contained in the
being in there for so long,
and they have to break it.
Yeah,
but
they have to break it.
The guy told us that sometimes you can find them with the whole neck on the whole little tiny bottle, but for us it's the first time where we've seen something like that, especially knowing what they have or what they for.
What they were for and used for.
Exactly.
So that's an amazing story right there.
Yes, but I will like them, and we're gonna put it in our collection.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go right in there. Those are awesome right there. And we have another small bottle. Dr. Kilmer's Swamp Root Kidney, Liver, and Bladder Remedy. Binghamton, New York. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, we'll put more information later. And it comes, this blue aqua color is amazing. It's got some really nice little bubbles in there, which is so cool. Alright, let's go to the next one. This is the next one out of the barrel, and this one says Hires Root Beer. And yes, I've found plenty of them with screw tops, but I've never found one with an actual cork top on it, which this right here makes it amazing, and it will be my first time ever owning one of these. And then it says right here on the side, it says makes 5 gallons of delicious drink. It was an extract.
Extract, right?
Yeah.
It's like the, okay.
And it says Philadelphia, PA, USA on that side. And then right here, manufactured by the... We'll look it up, but we can't figure it out. But anyway, that's what it says.
Something like the Chamber of Fresco or Fresno? I don't know. Fresco or something.
Anyway, that's really, really cool. Makes 5 gallons. It's got a bunch of bubbles in it. Hires Root Beer. These ones aren't really special, but I'll explain to you why we decided to get these. We actually got 2 of them. One's a round kind, and this one's just like a flat kind. This here is actually a salt and pepper shaker, and it says Ball Perfect Mason. And the reason I got these today is because we went to the coast not too long ago, and we actually had a couple of videos where we went, but we didn't actually put these ones on YouTube. But it's round, and it doesn't have the top on it. And then this one's actually a square, because back then they used to make them square, and they used to make them round. And so anyway, this one was really cool to add to my collection that I already have, since Jose bought me the first round one. And these 2 that I got actually had 2 lids. So that's really cool. But anyway, this one here is the round type, and it actually says Ball Perfect Mason, and it's actually salt and pepper shaker. So if you look at the square one, and you compare the 2, you can see the difference. I don't know if you guys can or not, but I can. There's square over here and round over here. Oh, there you go. You can see that one. So that's really, really cool. This one's amazing. This is one of my amazing things we got today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a lot of people have heard about Bromo Seltzer, and I had never heard it until I started digging back when I was 17 with my mom. And the only kind that we had ever found were the screw top kind. Well, today when we went to this place, he actually had one of these, and he pulled it out of this certain barrel here. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to have this for our collection. This is amazing, 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 amazing. And I've been saying this for a long time that I wanted a cork top one. And today we just so happened to come upon all of these amazing bottles. Oh, this is the other mustard. So the guy was telling us that not all the mustards were actually labeled, and they didn't have, embossing on them. But I thought it was really cool to have 2 of them, but one no embossing and the other one had an embossing. And if you look at the difference, there's not much difference except for the top has 3 rings here and 2 here. So this one doesn't actually have the embossing, but they're both mustard. which is amazing because I love purple.
I like that.
And also there's
like
bubbles in it.
bubbles.
You can tell it's old. It does have a 10 and an 8 right here, but I don't know what that means. It's the only thing I seen on it that was embossed. And then there's a bunch of bubbles there. But yeah, those are pretty cool. Alright. See what else we got here. Oh, one of my favorites. I'm not going to say why, but I am going to tell you what it is. This one's a cork top. This one says Davis right here. And on the side, it says Painkiller. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it says Painkiller. And on this side, it says Vegetable. And that's it. But this is one of my favorites that I got today. This is the other one. Alright, so here's my next favorite of these two. This is the bigger size of the little one. I like that so we can do comparison. Look. That way you didn't think we were doubling up. Anyway, it says the same stuff, but I wanted to show you the two different sizes. This must have been the back because the front actually had a label on both of them, and both the labels are gone, obviously. They've been in the ground for 100 and something years. But anyway, that's those. I got ants all over me. So, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the story about the guy that actually was selling this stuff today. His dad had passed away, and him and his dad had been going since he was like, I don't know, 5, I think he said. And the first time his dad was going to go bottle digging, his this guy, Tracy, he said, "Dad, I want to go." And he was 5 years old, and his dad told him no. Well, when his dad was gone, he went to the river. Well, at the river, he actually found this dump site that people had dumped their stuff. And his dad never knew about it. Well, this son, he went there and found this massive amount of bottles. And when he got done, he went back home and he put them all over the front porch. His dad came home and seen that, and he goes, "Son, next time you're going with me." Anyway, so these were all from him and his dad, and maybe a couple of their friends or something. But he did tell me the name of what the 3 R's were for.
Railroad something.
Railroad. I don't know exactly, but Radway and Company, New York. There. Act of Congress. I love them. They're all amazing. This one's cool too. I like them, how green they are and stuff. You can tell by all the patina how old they are. This is Lowell, Massachusetts, USA. Then on this side it says compound extract. On this side it says Ayers. And then this says Sarapilla, something like that. Anyway, I'm not really sure about this one, but it has a B on the bottom. And it's aqua green with a whole bunch of bubbles and cork top. So we'll look it up and we'll put information in on it later. I wish there was places around here to go digging like this, but most of the time I see places and they're actually everywhere else but here. This one says New Bros herbicide kills the dandruff germ. And we had a good laugh about that today because there's no actual dandruff germ. It actually just treats the actual dandruff. Yeah. It's just dry skin. And it's kind of like they have the Head and Shoulders now. That's probably kind of basically what it was back then. Anyway, it's clear. It does have bubbles in it. It's not, you know, massively sought after probably, but I think because I've never had it or seen it, it was worth the money to get it. So here's the next one, and this one's Dr. J. Hollister's Stomach Bitters. Now, I found this with a screw top, not this bottle, but a separate one, and it's actually a screw top. This is actually a cork top, and it's, oh my god, it is beautiful. I love amber colored bottles. It is amazing. Just to know that this has been in the ground for, I think we came up like 100 and something years. So that right there makes it more amazing. So I got a couple of different ball jars. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I started collecting ball jars because I found my first one and it was actually aqua, like a green aqua color. Most people see the color like this and they're like, oh my god, oh my god. Well, I've been doing that since I was like 17. Mom started taking me. Anyway, I collect every bottle that I find that is Kerr or Mason or Ball. Any of those ones, I love them. And finding one that I don't have for my collection is very rare. And today I think I found like 4. So I'm going to show you this first one here. This one right here is freaking amazing. I like this one because it's big, huge, bold letters in the B, the A, L, L. I mean, the Masons is still the same, but the Ball, this right here can date this. So I'm going to look it up in my date book. I have a ball jar book, and I want to check it out. But this one right here I don't have for my collection, and I do now. Oh my god, it's awesome. Yeah, look how big that thing is in my hand. It's huge. Most people wouldn't be that excited about it, but if you did it when I did it, and you started collecting these things, you start to get excited about things you find. And to me, right there was an amazing find. And here's another one. Not so big. But I don't care, because this right here is an Atlas Easy Seal. But on the bottom it says Atlas, then it says registered, and then it says trademark, and then Easy Seal. I've never seen one like this, and people pull them out of the ground all the time on YouTube, but not me. I don't find nothing like this. I do find big, I've only found one big one like that Ball one, but it's not Ball, it's Kerr. Kerr is a mason jar, but they aren't, it wasn't green, it was clear. And this one right here is amazing. Especially to go in the collection and knowing where it came from. Here's another one that we got today. Sorry about the light. Hopefully you guys can see them at least a little bit. It says Haas, Birch and Company, Los Angeles. All these bottles came from California. I have to get the note that the guy gave me. It tells me where it was from and where he got it. Anyway, it was from California though. And anyway, it's like a whole bunch of octagon. It's got a whole bunch of sides on it. And it's got bubbles, and it's cork top. And it's just freaking, I can't even explain how amazing I think this is. This one here, it doesn't have any embossing on it, but I didn't care. It is massively heavy. I believe it to be a soda. It doesn't have any markings even on the bottom. But all in all, to be as old as it is, I don't care. I want it, and I'm glad I got it. This is a big long bubble. You can tell by the age that it has bubbles in it. People are always freaking out online about how bottles have bubbles. This one does have a little bit of damage, like right here and right here, but I don't care. It's going to go in my soda bottle collection, and it's going to look nice. Amazing.
Let me take this.
We only have 4 things left, and this one here is also a soda. This one's actually, it says Click Cute Club trademark. It doesn't say anything on it, but it is perfect in every other aspect. It's got bubbles, it's got embossing. It does have a 59, so I think it was made in, this one might have been made in 59. That's what they say a lot of times if it has a number like that. That's probably the year that it was made. This looks like 59 to me, but I don't know. They're pretty old, so I'm not sure. This one right here is the first one I found that actually has 59 on it, but anyway, that's a really cool find. And then this one right here is one of my other favorites that I got today. And I've never seen one, not even in pictures or videos or anything. This one right here, look at the shape of this. Can you see it? The shape of this right here. And the original lid that says ball on it. And on here, it says the Ball Mason. Look at that, you guys. Look at all of the bubbles. There's an indent right here of where they put it together. Just amazing. Look at all those bubbles in there. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but oh my god. That is just so cool. There's nothing, most of the time they come with numbers, but this one came with an H. So I need to look into it and see what it means. But it came with an H. And normally they come with letters. So, or I mean numbers, but that's a really cool find. So I'm a big collector in toy guns. Even if I find them or don't find them, or if I buy them at antique stores, thrift stores, or yard sales. We actually found 2 that I actually thought was cool enough to keep. This one here, I love it. Just the designs on it. I've always wanted to find one actually whole in the ground, but because it's got a plastic handle, you would never find this bottom part unless it was a brand new throwaway item and somebody just threw it away just recently. But this one right here, this was actually made in Italy. I don't have one like this in my collection at all, and instead of it being a round, it actually looks like a octagon, like a stop sign kind of shape. But it has everything. It does have a piece missing right here, but I don't care. That thing right there is going to look amazing in my collection. And on this side, I did notice that there's more writing. I'm going to try and read to you what it says. It says, made in Italy by Edison something SPA, and then it's got a number something else with an F, N-O, F something. That's going to give us some good information for us to look this up. This is going to be a great item to look up and put in my collection. Man, that right there is so cool. That's just one, and I got one more. This one here, I really got drawn to this because recently I put a video on YouTube, and it actually was of a gun that I had found, that it was just this piece. This piece was missing, and this piece was missing. But it was a Chief also.
Yes.
And it says Chief. And it didn't have a barrel. This one has a barrel, and it's not exactly the same. This one's got a lot of ornate design. It doesn't have, like the other one, it just had just the Chief on it. But this one, being like this, oh my gosh. You guys, this is so amazing find. On this side, it says Hubley. And it's got everything. The trigger even comes back, and you can pull it. That is really, really cool. Anyway, guys, that actually concludes our video. We are actually going to wrap this up with this stuff. And I have one more thing I wanted to tell you guys a story about. We were at the end of our video, and when we got done today at the yard sale, before we left and we started wrapping up all of our stuff and putting it back in the barrel, the guy that was basically having the yard sale for his mom, who had his dad pass away, came to us with a shoebox. And he goes, you know what, you guys seem very appreciative of everything that I have here and that me and my dad have done. And he goes, I want to tell you guys a story. So this is what he told us of the story, and then we'll show you what it was. He said that him and his dad had went to Klamath River, Happy Camp, California. And he said that that's where most of these bottles came from. And he said that him and his dad and another guy had went there, and the main guy, I don't know his name or anything, had found 2 of these bottles. And he told Tracy's dad that, hey, I have a bottle already, and I want to give this bottle to you. So he said, okay. So his dad wrapped it up in a towel or whatever it was, he said, and he put it on the floorboard of the truck. Well, when he got home, he noticed that the bottle had gotten broken. And come to find out that this bottle was one that was so rare that not very many people find them whole at all. And when his dad got home and found out that it was broke, he actually glued it back together. Well, over the years and moving it from place to place, it actually got broken again. But this guy Tracy, he didn't want to throw it away, and he wanted it to go to a good home. And he knew that if Jose and I took this home and we glued it back together, we would appreciate it regardless of what it was or the value. We did look it up online, and for a whole one of these bottles, it actually goes for $800. So we are going to do that. We are going to do exactly what we told him that we were going to do. We're going to glue it back together, and we're going to put it on our collection just like it is. We don't care if it's broken, cracked, or nothing. It was just a good, amazing gesture of this guy Tracy. And anyway, without further ado, I'll show you. All right. This is an AAGMMF Old Valley whiskey. Now, they said that they had found 2 of these, and this was a whole one at one point, and it had gotten broke. And this is the second time it's been broke. And so we're going to take it, and we're going to fix it up, and we're going to, give it some love and make it whole again. Because we believe this Tracy, amazing guy, and his dad and his mom are amazing people. They worked with us on the price, and 2 amazing barrel drums that they gave us for these bottles, and on top of that, they gave this to us for free. So we're going to do the best we can, and we're going to fix it back up. So here is our actual wrap-up of our bottles and our little trinkets and everything else that we got in this amazing yard sale find. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think it's actually worth, and we will actually put a price of every bottle that we can actually find, and we will compare the prices to what you guys think it is, and we'll see if it's a good deal. Let us know if you guys think it's a great deal and if we did good. Alright, well, we appreciate it. These are the bottles we found. We actually got 35 of them total, and 35 total of everything. So that added up and divided by 60 is $1.71 each. So I think it was more than an amazing deal from this guy. Thank you, Tracy, and we appreciate you doing a deal with us.